Love you. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Random Bracket Battles. I am your host, Mr. Ron Clister. Thank you very much for joining me with me again. If you're new to this show, what I do is I take 8 random movies, I put them in a bracket based off of either one, if someone comments, which no one has done yet, but that's fine. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. New York Yankees. It's all good. Backup plan is I take 3 different websites, I take their average, and then that is the seeding for me, which I kind of like even more. I might just continue on doing that. Even it might mess up the title of the name, Random Backup Battles, but hey, I pick them at random, so fuck it. Um, so today's episode, we are going to be focusing on these 8 movies, not in the seeding order, just how I picked them out. Passion of the Christ, The Exorcist, The Usual Suspects, Man of Steel, great movie, Underworld, Knives Out, Casino Royale, and The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I must say, this is my, since being back with Ruckus, this is my 3rd list. This is by far the hardest list I ever had to do. This is by far the hardest list I ever had to. Okay, let's be real. Art is subjective. What is meaningful to you versus what is meaningful to me? Even if I ask you, what are your top favorite movie? What's your favorite movie? You're going to give me 3. I might even ask you, okay, you can't give me your first one, what are your top 3? Even then, they're all going to be level because they're on 3 different playing fields. At least 4 of these films on this list are attracted to that ideology of just I wish 5 of them could win. There are a couple I'm just like, nope. They're great, but I'm just like, no, trash. Kobe, nope, that's a mountain. Too soon. So so what I did was I could just go. Rest in peace, Kobe. Greatest of all time. Fuck you, LeBron. What I did was I took all these 8 films and I took the scoring of Rotten Tomatoes, IBMD, and a site called Movie Rating Database, and I took the average of those scores, and based off those scores, that is the seeding. So in seed 1 we have Knives Out. In seed 2, Casino Royale. 3, Usual Suspects. 4, The Exorcist. I was actually kind of surprised Exorcist wasn't number 1, but hey, it's okay. It's an average of 3 different ones. 4 is The Passion of the Christ. 5 is Man of Steel. Again, very. Oh, I'm sorry. 5 is Autopsy of Jane Doe. 6 is Man of Steel. 7 is. Oh, I messed it up. 7 is. Oh, 7 is Passion of Christ. I'm very sorry. 7 is Passion of Christ. And 8 is Underworld. But we can all, we get it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Who doesn't love seeing Kate Beckinsale with sharp teeth going, oh, werewolves, shoot. This is a great film. We all get it. So, that being said, in round 1, we're going to have seed 1 versus seed 8, which is Knives Out versus Underworld. Now, I've done this a lot, and I hope I don't do this in this episode, of the trend of I don't have to defend this movie. I'm going to try my hardest not to do that, because if I do that, then you automatically know which one's going to win. And that's just bad radio, podcasting, streaming, whatever you want to call it. I kind of want to keep somewhat suspension. I kind of want to keep you guys in the loop of any one of them could win, because Underworld, yo, is such a great fucking time, man. I Okay, let's look back since 2003, which is when Underworld came out, till now, of how many werewolf movies we have. Well, you have the Wolfman, the reinstallment with Benicio del Toro, which came out in 2010. It was okay. It wasn't great, but it was fine. Effects were okay. Emily Blunt did a good job. Benicio did a good job. Hugo Weaving, of course, did you know above average, because he's fucking Hugo Weaving. But it was fine. It was totally fine. I feel like it was the same energy of fineness as it was back in the 40s when Dracula and Frankenstein came out before it. If I'm not mistaken, The Invisible Man came out in 1941, and I think The Wolfman came out definitely after that, like later that year or the latest 1944. I don't recall, but like it was part of that universe, and clearly it wasn't the favorite, because if it was, we would have way more werewolf movies than we do vampire movies. You know what I mean? I mean, Christ, man, this last Oscars, what had the most nominations? Frankenstein and Sinners, which was a vampire movie. What fucking werewolf movie ever gets nominated? I want to. Let me be clear. I want to. Werewolves are my favorite mythological creature ever. Like, it's like the Incredible Hulk, but in our culture, if you like exclude comic books, and the fact of you can't control yourself when this movie comes out. If you want to go by that lore, when this movie comes out, there is nothing you can do for this other side of you to come out. There is nothing you can do. That is huge for depression, anger management, any other kind of like substance abuse. Like it's coming out no matter what. And the struggle is to overcome that, to be the hero, and the villain at the same time, which is a great story. Unfortunately, that's not the story here. It's the story of Selena, played beautifully by Kate Beckinsale, and it's got a great cast here. It's a fun movie, man. If you just want, I I would say this is a laundry folding movie, which is you're doing something, you want something on, but you want to see something at the same time. Put Underworld on. You don't really need to pay attention to it. It's there. It's fine. I feel like the sequel, Evolution, is a little bit better. The third one, I forget what the hell it's called. Afterlife, they just lost me. Once this bitch can turn into bats and go from here to fucking here real quick, and then forget a third way in the movie that she can do that, but doesn't do that, it's fuck you. Stop trying to make yourself look cool and then realize you can't fucking do it later on. It's no. You're disrespecting your audience. You're disrespecting the franchise. Go fuck yourself. This first one was really grounded. Was really okay. Here are vampires. Here are werewolves. Here are the lores. Here are the rules. Here's your fucking story, and it's great. It's great, but no, Knives Out, man. I have my problems with it, which may or may not affect its winning in this bracket. I mean, this bracket is fucking stacked. Underworld is fucking great, man. We can talk about it all fucking day, but yo, Knives Out is taking this. This is a layup, man. It's a fucking layup. Why is it 3-on-3? Why is it 1-on-1? Can we just have it 1-on-16? I'm gonna win. Knives Out wins this, man. Underworld's great. If you haven't watched it, give it a watch. But don't pay too much attention to it. Don't. I'll tell you what. Do not give its characters too much value, because you will be disappointed. As my father said to me, I am joking. Love you, Daddy. All right, so Knives Out is clearly going on. Let me just make this down. Knives Out. All right, so in Seed 2 versus Seed 7, we have Casino Royale versus The Passion of the Christ. How to start this, because I really want to get off the trend of what I talk about first is clearly not going to win. And I don't want to do that to you guys. I don't want to do that to myself, more importantly, because I'm just hyping the movie up for no reason. And I love talking about movies. I see all these very successful YouTube channels and just people who know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm like, this asshole just talk about film and having fun. And I try to dial into that, and I get too caught up into what does the mob want to hear and or see. So disregarding all of that, the Passion of the Christ, I mean, as a kid, this came out in 2004. I was had to have been at least 13. I was born in June 91, so I was either 12 or 13 when this movie came out. And full disclosure, I am just not religious at all. Make fun of me. I am spiritual. I'm not, I don't tell the truth, but I think you're a liar. I'm not religious, but I am spiritual. Like, it's the same. You feel me? But back then, I was, when I went to church with my family, and I clearly saw that God and the church community really helped out my family. Whether or not they got divorced, whether or not there was a death in the family, whether or not things were great or just shitty, church was always there for them. And when this came out, that ideology like just spread out over the fucking world, man. If you weren't alive during this, you don't understand how big the this movie was. This was, I think, the first, I guess, jabs at troll hunting, in that a lot of people saw this. It affected a lot of people in a positive way. They would go online, blogs, or whatever the fuck they had back in 2004 online, and just a bunch of assholes would say, you're just saying this because it was torture porn, because you feel guilty of what he went through, therefore you're taking that guilt to make yourself a good Christian. Fuck that. And anybody who still thinks that, fuck you. I am not Christian at all. I am not religious at all. I'm not nothing. I really don't know where I belong in the universe, which may be the best thing for me. I don't know. None of us fucking know. Especially some fucking asshole who's gonna point a finger saying, you're wrong. Go fuck yourself, dude. What? If this message, if this sentence, let alone a fucking movie, is giving a person respect, closure, happiness, God forbid, and you're gonna tear that down, go fuck yourself, man. Like this movie had like a lot of. I remember in my community in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, about an hour south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a small town, a small county, dude, it was wavy for at least a month when this movie came out. I have no idea what it was like for the whole state of Pennsylvania, God forbid, a whole fucking country. Maybe it did give people some peace of, okay, this man, regardless of who he was, or even if, step outside your box a little bit, what he believed, what he stood for was quote unquote real. He did it for you. So even if it wasn't quote unquote real, yo, am I gonna fucking cry? It was in the name of love. He was doing it for you guys. I swear to God, I am not hypochondriac or oxymoron. I am not religious at all, but he did it for everybody. He went through all that torture for literally everybody. And you're gonna point a finger saying "fuck you," they ain't real. Who the fuck are you to say, dude? You got an F in second grade. Go fuck your fat aunt. Like I remember this movie really giving me a lot of closure to stop the negative. Let me take a drink. By the way, this is a Crown Royal chocolate mixed with any Dr. Pepper. It tastes exactly like a Tootsie Roll. I highly recommend it. So that's my restart button. I remember as a kid, I saw this film. We rented it. I didn't go in the theaters to see it. We rented it. I watched it. I watched these horrifying scenes, but I didn't understand the term great direction because it is. Because there are some moments, whether it be Gibson's or Caviezel's ideas to make this as real as possible. There is a scene, it's in the Bible, so it's like it's out there in history where Jesus is, I think he's definitely taken from the gardens. And he's being tried of this guy, if you know the story, this guy claims he's the Messiah. Fuck him. He needs to be tried. Or you can try this clearly rapist, thievist, murderer. Who do you want? And the crowd just goes, save the murderer, crucify Jesus. And at that point, I forget the fucking name of him. I really wish I could remember. But the name of this other gentleman, the murderer, the guy who clearly did who he said that he was, is all rejoiceful, looks at Jesus, and Jim Caviezel with that makeup and that amazing prosthetic of just a fucked up black eye, looks at him, looks away. Double takes. It is on record that on that double take, he was no longer an actor on a set. He was looking at Jesus of, I understand what you did. I forgive you what you did. I must go on this I must go on this. Do what makes you happy. Dude, I am not religious. I am about to fucking cry. I know I am drunk. That is a huge hard message. There is so much in this fucking film that people do not talk about, especially today, when all we give a fuck about is assassination and fucking oil and fucking war. Why can't we not just fucking. You hear this asshole talking about movies. That's the best I can do. Yeah, I have a CDL. Yeah, I got two wonderful kids. Yeah, I got a beautiful fucking wife. Why can't we all just fucking love each other, man? Whether Jesus was real or not, It doesn't matter who the mailman was. Did you get the letter? And the letter said, just love each other. It doesn't matter who fucking said it, man. Excuse me. Drop my headphone. I'm sorry. It's sometimes really hard to go through this life knowing people not completely, but have moments of unlove, disconnection from humanity. It's really hard. And as a 13, maybe 14-year-old watching this movie, it expelled all of that out of me. It took everything out. And I saw what this man, regardless of who his father was, I saw, because you can tell your son you're gonna do this, but are you gonna fucking do it is the point. And he did. And even if it's a story, it's a fucking courageous story. And the message should be held tight to us. Why do we talk about superheroes? We know they're not fucking real, but we love what they fucking stand for. Great power comes with great responsibility. Oh, well, he wasn't fucking real, so fuck that. You're missing the point. This movie did something amazing to me that no movie has ever done before. It had really affected me as a person, not a religious person, which in my eyes is two different things. I may not be religious today, but I carry the teachings that Jesus had given to us. Be kind to one another. Don't throw seeds into rocks. Don't throw seeds into sand. Throw your seeds into dirt where they will grow. Meaning, put your effort into what you think is going to be great, and then gratefulness will come out, not just for you, but for both. The soil, it's not that the plant just gets all the benefits, the soil gets way more benefits than the fucking plants if you do your fucking research. The rocks ain't gonna give shit, and the plants are gonna fucking grow. The sand, it has no nutrients at all, so the plants are gonna grow there. And the sand's gonna be like, oh, another crab, nom 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 nom. What the fuck sand does? I didn't watch Jaws. I'm sorry to make a joke about this, but this is like, as soon as this film came up, I knew I was gonna have a hard time with this. I fucking hated that it was in the first like bracket. I'll say this because we have to move on. It's corny. It's corny and or cliche because you've heard it a million times. But you've heard it a million times because a million people have said it. Meaning it has some weight to it. Love one another. Respect one another. If other people have different ideologies, listen to them. I am going through that with my wife today at 34 years old, at 11 years of a relationship, at 2 years of a marriage. I still don't have it down. I want to learn more. Whether or not he was real, Jesus' message rings so fucking loud I feel like in today's age than ever before of just, I don't give a fuck who you are, what background you come from, what you like. Does your heart beat and can you feel love? Then you're my brother or sister. And let's make this world better. I'm sorry if I made that into a very preachy sermon or topic. I apologize. This movie just meant a lot to me. And going up against Knives Out, and I have to transition into Knives Out. Just one more thing. I don't care who's listening. I don't care who has already turned off. I don't care who has already checked out. Thank you for listening, not just for me, but for connecting with another human being. If you're out there, if you're alone, get help. If you feel like you're alone, I promise you, you are not. You are loved. You are respected by many, even if many, excuse me, even if many is just two in your life. You are respected. Go out and achieve. That does not mean go out and look for that $1 million deal. That means, just like Jesus says, open your heart up. Let as much love as you can inside in. Because I guarantee you, brother, if you feel like you have tapped out of love, you have not. You are accustomed to how much love you have intaked. You can hold more. I promise you. Keep fighting, keep living, keep loving. Wow. 1 second, folks. Fuck! Knives Out is an incredible fucking film. I will go into detail later. The first act is the best part. Is the best part. Given that I've spent, I don't know how long we have been on. Oh, 20 fucking minutes. That's great. Given that we have been 25 minutes on one film versus just talking about the other, Knives Out is going to win because I get way more. No. Knives Out versus Passion of the Christ. The next round is Casino Royale versus
No, you literally said Knives Out versus Underworld, and then Casino Royale and Passion of the Christ.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna switch it up because fuck it. Because Jesus. All right. So you know what? Up your ass. So Knives Out versus Passion of the Christ. I'm gonna go ahead and oh, you know what? You know what? Edit it. I don't give a fuck what you do. Knives Out's gonna be Underworld. Underworld's fucking great. Underworld's fucking great. Did I? Oh, I did. I'm so sorry. Edit all that out. Casino Royale versus Passion of the Christ. All right, so given all I have said about Passion of the Christ, whether you affected you or not, whether it hit something with you or not, it clearly has and still affects me. Its message, its source material, it has still affected me. Yo! Casino Royale. Maybe the best James Bond film ever. It may be. It's between That or one other film that I'm not going to mention, but it is directed by the guy who reinvented James Bond in the first fucking place, Mark Campbell. And he did a bang up fucking job. I'll say this one more time. I'm sorry I fucked it up, but we love you. We wish you for the best. If you want help, get help. And if you want to talk movies or sing songs or just fucking play with puppets, you fucking do it, man. Do your best. That's what Jesus was put on this earth for. Again, I am not religious at all. But I fucking believe in the message of his whole life can be summed up into one phrase. What my elder cousin, I guess great cousin, my mom's cousin, would say, which is do whatever makes you happy. As a kid, I did not understand that. The more I get older, I hone in on it more and more. We only get one life, y'all. That's it. No redos. How many video games y'all played? How many times have I played Rocket League and just go, no, cancel, restart, I'm losing, I want to win. I know if I've done that, I know there's more out there. Just appreciate what you have. This movie really meant a lot to me. But Casino Royale, dude. I wish I could defend it, but I don't need to. I know I'm contradicting myself a little bit. Fuck, man, I'm about to cry. The Passion of the Christ, like, really, I know to some it's a snuff film. I know to others it's a feel bad about your religion. I'm not religious. But it is a message that one person can really make a difference. And if that difference means a lot of happiness, and if you don't want to buy that, then look at 250 years ago during the revolution when 13 small colonies were going to take on the Great Britons. And no one, no, yo, it was the Cleveland Browns 2011 versus Tom Brady's best year at the Patriots. Who the fuck was going to win? The Patriots. Guess what? Browns won. America. That's how I feel about passion, man. It's I have to move on. I apologize. I'm really sorry. Casino Royale wins this round. Passion of the Christ is a great movie. Its message obviously means way more to me than the movie does, but I'm talking about just the film. Casino Royale moves on, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. So Casino Royale is gonna go ahead and move on. So in tier 3 and 6, we have The Usual Suspects versus Man of Steel. This was a hard one because The Usual Suspects is an interesting movie. If you don't know a damn thing about it, which by the way, I apologize if I haven't said this before, I'm gonna spoil the shit out of all these movies the further and further rounds we go. Usual Suspects is a great movie. It is. Fantastic movie, and no one fucking saw it coming. Man of Steel was the movie we needed. Nay, Superman fans needed. Usual Suspects came out in 1995. Excuse me. It stars Kevin Spacey, Benicio del Toro, and who the fuck cares? It's a great movie about this guy is brought into a interrogation room, and the cop is tell me your story, and the suspect Kevin Spacey is going, "Here's a story, you dumbass, because the whole story is behind you on this fucking bulletin board," and gets away with it. Here's my problem. Scary Movie, as much as I fucking adore that movie, ruined Usual Suspects for me. As soon as Doofy started walking normal, I'm going, oh, he's not as dumb as people thought him to be. As soon, I'm going to pick up my glass so I don't spill it. As soon as you see Kevin Spacey start to walk unnormal, you know what this motherfucker is up to. You just know it. Because Scary Movie is up to, we're going to make fun of everybody, every big pop culture, no matter what. Well, Scary Movie came out in 1999. Usual Suspects came out in 1995. Yeah, granted, it's latest parody films, because you have Scream 96, Matrix 1999, I Know What You Did Last Summer 1997. Alright, fine. But it was still fucking recent. When I went to the movie theater, I'm like, oh, Doofy is not what it seems to be. He sticks his dick in a vacuum cleaner for no reason, up and then just keep a ruse. Wow, that's great. Soon as I saw Usual Suspects, I'm going, yeah, it's all bullshit. It's a great movie. It's a great fucking movie. If you don't know what the fuck is coming, just like all you poor bastards who saw Scary Movie 3 and then watched The Ring because you know the girl is coming out of the TV. If you don't know that, God bless you, because you're about to be witnessing one of the most terrifying pieces on film ever. But thank God I saw The Ring, then I saw Scary Movie 3. Unlike I saw Scary Movie 1 and I saw Doofy going, every day I turn his badge on, Mom says that I can treat me like a man. Yes, also Mom told us not to stick your dick inside the vacuum cleaner. The very next scene, he has a vacuum cleaner with fucking eyes and lipstick on, and he has a fucking boner. Then this cocksucker walks like dip to, oh yeah, man. What? John Travolta and Saturday Night Lights? I'm sexier. Like, I get it. I automatically get it, man. He's the killer. It's a great fucking movie. However, Man of Steel is better. I'm gonna contradict myself because I'm just gonna go ahead and I guess essence the rejection of my own mind of the term of I don't have to defend this, but against Man of Steel, I don't have to defend this. Man of Steel is going on. It is a much better film. Usual Suspects is great. I can name you Swimming with the Sharks, American Beauty, LA Confidential, fucking Glengarry Glen Ross. So many movies that came out in the 90s starring Kevin Spacey. They're way fucking better. 7. His name isn't on the RT. 7 is better than The Usual Suspects. In fact, came out in the same fucking year. In my eyes, the weakest movie Kevin Spacey has been in the 90s, and that is fucking saying something. Cheers, y'all. Let's take this moment to just go ahead and say I hope y'all are doing good. I hope everyone's doing fine. I hope your families are well. I hope you're doing well. And just fucking cheers, mates. So, Man of Steel is going to go on. Usual Suspects is out. Our last one, which I was really hoping these two films was not going to go together, but unfortunately it is. Especially because I spent so much time talking about The Exorcist. These last two films, 1973's amazing, groundbreaking The Exorcist versus 2016's, in my opinion, the people I have talked to, somewhat heard of The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I'm going to take a hit. How in the fuck are these two films not tied together for the best horror movie of all time? Let's go ahead and dive deep into The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Its atmosphere, brilliant. It has, I would say, besides 5 to maybe 20% of the film, even that's pushing it, outside of just one setting. And when I mean one setting, I mean a room, a hallway, and an elevator. That's it. Maybe, again, I'm pushing it. 20% of that is outside of those four rooms or elements. The Exorcist is. Alright. I hate being told, this is a great movie. You should watch this. Unfortunately, Jaws is one of those films for me. The more I watch it, the more I love it. But the more I chase after it, the more I'm like, I know it can be better. Because I have already been told it was great. I didn't discover it myself. The Exorcist was absolutely the same. This is the best horror movie of all time. I watched it, and again, God fucking damn it, I did not think of this. Because of Scary Movie 2, I kind of knew where it was going. But the older I got, no, fuck that. Let's go back to Autopsy. The atmosphere of Autopsy of Jane Doe, superb. No plant is unseated. No, I guess, hint or clue is undiscovered throughout the film. Here are its rules, and I don't mean spoilers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't mean the spoilers of Jane Doe is a witch. I mean the spoilers as a movie of they tell you something and then they flip it at the last second. And then it better. Yo, I just heard thunderstorms. That's fucking creepy talking about these two fucking films. That's. Mwah, chef's kiss. horrifying. It's still going. The Autopsy of Jane Doe atmosphere is easily the best thing going for it. So let's take that and put it to The Exorcist. What atmosphere does The Exorcist have? Well, you clearly have a mother and a daughter who wants nothing best for the daughter, as is any good mother, who is a working actress, a successful actress, who wants to make a good movie, and I don't remember if the house they own in DC is a house that the studio gave them, or if Ellen Burstyn's character already owns it. But regardless, they're living there. I think the energy starts way before that. In the first 10 minutes, when Father, not Harris, God damn it, can't remember his name. When, I don't even want to say the actor's name because I think I'm very wrong. I want to say Peter O'Toole, but I know I'm wrong. The elder priest is in, Iraq, Afghanistan, somewhere around there, and finds, we don't know the name yet, Pazuzu's statue. He comes into like a quarterly arrest area, what have you. Much more relaxed area than it was outside digging, for damn sure. At a certain time, the clock just stops. I believe, and I like to think all you horror audience members like to think, that is when Pazuzu jumped from that continent over to ours and found the most innocent soul ever. A child of an actress who can pretend make believe all they want, and a child of a successful actress. Sorry for the shocker. A child of a successful actress. They can do that all they want and not give in to silliness. And also because Reagan fucked with the Ouija board, which kids don't fuck with those. Those are real. If they're made out of oak, please, if you use them, tip from Uncle Aaron, wrap them in something white, immediately wrap them in something red, and put them in storage. Do not burn them. Wrap them up, put them in storage, forget about it. You'll be safe. But The Exorcist is not about the demon. A lot of people, think it's about Reagan and Pazuzu, the demon. It's not. It's about Father Harris. It's about. I really wish this movie went up against Passion of the Christ. It's about your struggle of faith and what you are willing to do and or think of to challenge that faith. This fucking hero jumps out of a goddamn window to prove to himself and I guess God, at the least this fucking demon, that my faith is stronger than your evilness. Man, that's powerful. I really wish this can go on another round, but it won't because Autopsy of Jane Doe is gonna take this. The only reason before you all start commenting is because I was told how good The Exorcist was. I discovered how good the Autopsy of Jane Doe is. There is difference. And y'all who cannot track that, well, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you can find a film that no one told you about. You saw no trailers, no teasers, nothing. You just walked into a blind. Whether that was you clicked on Netflix randomly, you saw a movie mystery, whatever, at your local theater, or you just hey, your friend came over and said, "We're gonna play this," and you said, "Okay," and you knew nothing about it, let alone the fucking title. It didn't recognize you at all, and you saw it and you loved it. I dare you to do that because that's what Autopsy of Jane Doe did to me. The Exorcist is not about the demon; it is about how far is your power with faith gonna go, and that's a brilliant message. I wish I could bend over, but I wasn't told a damn thing about Autopsy. And I was so surprised. I can't wait to hear Justin Toner's response, especially Brendan Mars' response. But Autopsy of Jane Doe is going to take over The Exorcist. So that's how it's going. Fuck, man. I didn't think that was going to happen. Here we go, round two. I gotta take a hit, man. This has been too long. I apologize, but thank you for everybody who has been staying tuned, listening to this fucking asshole just talking about his ideas. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and like and subscribe this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the fucking Ruckus channel. They're doing so many amazing things. And if you like that, whether or not you liked it or not, please go ahead and search their Patreon. You get so many great perks of their Patreon. They're doing so many great stuff. It's not just this dickhead talking about movies. You got wrestling, you got March Madness, you got women's NWA. You have so many different things available to you. Please go ahead and go subscribe. Go have your fun. Be a part of the community. Love each other and just, yeah, man. I hope you're doing good. Fuck. Gravity. So, our next one is going to be in round two. Our first match in round two is going to be Knives Out versus Casino Royale. I knew this was going to be hard because both these are led by Daniel Craig. 1 second. Thank you. I don't have an answer of which movie I'm going to pick. So I guess I'm just going to talk about them. Casino Royale, each one of its end breaks, the airport, the chase scene where he almost runs over Evergreen and swerves at the last second. That's how he gets caught. And the Italian, I guess, like drowning building. Any one of those could be the end of a movie. And any of us of a James Bond film would go, yes. Knives Out is very interesting because the first act is clearly the best. I'm going to jump back over to Casino Royale. I felt like it was the best casting ever, and I would be very reminiscent in case this movie doesn't win this list of, if y'all remember in Goldfinger, I forget her fucking name, even the actress's name. She's swimming in the ocean. She pops up in that gorgeous bikini with that perfect body. Daniel Craig was supposed to do that in the Caribbeans. And instead, it was low tide. So as soon as he was to start swimming, he stood up, and the camera kept rolling, and Craig was still in James Bond's mind of just, all right, fuck it, just walk. Who cares if there's no water? And it worked perfectly. This was the perfect reimagining of 007, especially done by somebody who already made a reimagining of 007, meaning Pierce Brosnan in 1995, called fucking Goldeneye. This was the perfect guy to do it. I do think sometimes that Sam Mendes's 2012 Skyfall is better, but fucking damn it, man. Casino Royale is so much fucking fun. It is. It's no matter what kind of genre you are into, you are in at least 100%, at least 5 minutes anywhere in this almost 3-hour film. It is that fucking spectacular. Drama, horror, action, crime, car dealing, romance. There is something for everybody here. Knives Out is very interesting. In that it is a whodunit. But they explain who done it after the first act. Acts 2 and 3 are what's gonna happen next. I am not saying I'm a better writer, if any writer, than Rian Johnson. He made Brick, he made The Last Jedi, which I have my problems with that, but the writing I respect. It's the execution I have my fucking doubts with. The writing, it does keep you on your toes. I just saw a movie here in Syracuse, New York, at the Destiny movie theaters. They do any Regal have a movie mystery Monday, and sometimes they'll put the genre of what movie it's gonna be. Well, I told my wife, Angel, let's go check it out. Fuck it. It was horror, and we saw Hunting Matthew Nichols. Personally, and this is coming from someone who loves this genre, who loves not knowing a thing or haven't heard a damn thing about the movie itself. Go check this out. If you love found footage, if you love true crime documentaries, you're going to have fun. That same energy is given to Knives Out until minute 25, 28, to where they're just like, here's what happened. I'm going to go ahead and pull back the fucking curtain. And now what's going to happen? So now the mystery isn't who did it, but what's going to happen, which is kind of like a. If I wanted to see who did it, I would have gone and seen it in any fucking movie ever. I always go back and forth on is it good or is it not? Because the first act is clearly the best, especially when you realize Jamie Lee Curtis, Don Johnson, Michael Shannon, when the camera is on them, especially behind the chamber of swords, they're not totally lined up with the swords. It's not until I forget her fucking name, Amelia Diamas. I am butchering that. It's not until she is interviewed to where, oh, it's all lined up. Oh, she's telling the truth. Everybody else is fucking lying. So again, why rip the curtain saying, yeah, everybody you thought was lying, yeah, they're lying. Couldn't you withheld that information to I don't know, at least middle act 2? Because now I don't give a fuck. I know what happened. Now I'm just on a. Now I'm just a dog of just going, smell this glove, where is this guy? Oh, he's there, movie's over. As soon as the suspect of ransom is brought up at all, you're like, yeah, he fucking did it. Obviously. Yeah, but he brought her to a fucking beef and bratwurst restaurant. Yeah, so she can throw up because he knows her fucking illness or whatever. I. It's him. He did it. I wish this movie could be better because honestly, Glass Onion was way more entertaining and way more mysterious than the original Knives Out ever could have been. If you were to break down, because I haven't seen the third one, if you were to break down Glass Onion and the original Knives Out into all 6 separate acts, Act 1 of the original Knives Out is easily the best. Collectively, Glass Onion works through and through, beginning to end. Meaning Casino Royale is going to go to the finals. I have such problems with Knives Out. I just, every time I watch it, I'm like, could he have done this better? Could he have changed this? And no matter what I think of, I'm going, no, what he presented was the best, and the best is not perfect. It's great. I'm not saying I can write better than Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson wrote Episode 8 for Star Wars. He's amazing by studios, but still, Casino Royale fucking rolls on. So Casino Royale is gonna go in the finals. God damn it! I fucking wanted Knives Out to go, but Casino Royale is gonna go on. Meaning, it's going to be Man of Steel versus Autopsy of Jane Doe. Why is it with this movie of Jane Doe such a fucking conundrum? Because I love Autopsy of Jane Doe. My 2 best horror films are essentially the same one. Fuck you, Gravity. The Thing and the Alien. What I mean is, it's an entity outside of Earth that came into this colony of humans that they have to at the very least react to and try to overcome in this out of normal world at the least situation to win. McCready and Ripley. And if you go off of McCready had the gasoline, given it to Childs, and Childs um, was the Thing, drank it, and had no reaction at all. And that's why McCready laughed and went, I got you, fucker. You're going to freeze here with me on this fucking continent in this blown up scientific experiment. I won. Even if it's a draw, I won. It's great, man. It's good shit. I don't feel like I have talked about Man of Steel that much. And what that has meant to me. For the longest time, Batman and Spider-Man have been number one in my childhood. It wasn't until 2013 Man of Steel came out where DC flipped the script on us. Yeah, he landed here. Yeah, he tried to protect us. Yeah, people may have saw who he was, whether it be a child or a grown-up. And yeah, he saved the world. All those elements still exist. It's the minor details. Because I'm gonna cry, the biggest one, and this might honestly win it. And I love Autopsy of Jane Doe so much. The full disclosure, Angel, my wife, and I, we live in New York. My mother lives in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's about a 6.5 hour drive. Doesn't matter if it was an hour away or 24 hours away. We took our kids to go see their grandmother, their Nani, and they're having a great time. Nani's having a great time, and it's great. And I'm so happy for all three. But I miss them. The week CJ was born, my first son, my first child was born, I just so happened to put on Man of Steel that same week. I couldn't sleep. He was crying so much. I just said, all right, buddy, you and I are just going to watch a movie. And I went downstairs and I just so happened to look at Man of Steel at my physical collection. I was like, okay, that's what we're watching. And it got to the point where Clark Kent is talking to John Kent, his Earth father. And John is telling Clark the world is not ready to see who you are. And the same energy of if you're in a relationship and you have a problem well, what is the right time to tell them? Well, there there never is a right time. You just tell them so you can grow and move on. But that comes with trust and a whole lot of dose of hopefulness, and that extends to the other partner. When it comes to a father and son, that's regardless. It's can he comprehend those two terms? Yes, then I'm gonna deliver this message. It was after he saved that bus from of all those kids of drowning. He went home and John Clank played wonderfully. I would say the best performance, and I might be out of line here, the best performance by Kevin Costner ever to play John Kent saying to his son, "The world is not ready to see you." Fuck! I'm gonna cry. And Kal El, Superman, Clark says, "All I want to be is your son." And that's when John looks away from him because he has to look away because he cannot look at the thing who gives him life, who gives him purpose, and say, "You are my son," and gives him a huge hug. I'm sure that hit a lot of fathers and or sons more than me. No matter of what you're capable of what you can do, you're always going to have a family that supports you. That's a huge moment, and it to when his inevitable sacrifice when that tornado comes and he holds his hand out to at least high school Clark Kent to no, don't do anything. The world is not ready for you. More importantly, you are not ready for the world. He sacrifices himself in that truck. He saves the fucking dog and he sacrifices himself. I tell you what, man, best dad in the world, that just is not a coffee cup to that motherfucker. That's the real deal. That is, and this goes out to any father, that that hits hard with anybody who has kids. You want to sacrifice yourself to your children, especially if it's going to teach them a huge lesson. If I could, I really want to knock on wood. If I could sacrifice myself to one of my kids so they could learn the power of companionship or love or respect, just tell me so I can have one more cigarette and go down on my missus one more time. And I'll be like, all right, punch my ticket. I'm ready to go. That part meant so much to me. Fuck, man. I knew this fucking list was going to be hard tonight. I'm sorry if I'm dragging this along for so long. Because I know what's going to win. It's not Man of Steel. It's Autopsy of Jane Doe. It wasn't that I already knew. I really had to think about it. I love Man of Steel. It's the best Superman movie of all time. It is not the best witch movie of all time. Autopsy of Jane Doe is. Autopsy moves on. By the way, any dads out there listening, you're doing good. You're doing well. Anybody who has anything, a pet, a niece, a fucking carpet they're looking after, if it's still living, cheers to you too. Let's enjoy life together and let's laugh together. Cheers. Why is this such an emotional fucking episode? God damn it. So we have Casino Royale versus Autopsy of Jane Doe. Casino Royale, literally. And I know every time they bring in a new actor to play Bond, we're gonna change the theme of him, and they do successfully. But with Craig, I feel like if it wasn't Craig, if it was anybody else, Idris Elba, fucking Henry Cavill, anybody, it would have been just as fucking gritty. But there's something about Craig, man, that just gives it that little more push. That gives it that little more realism. You comic book nerds, along with me, when you watched Bucky come back to life and Captain America go, oh shit, he's alive, and then you saw that in the theater, it was different, right? How many times have you seen Bond reimagined? Now, how many times have you seen Bond reimagined with Daniel Craig? There was a fucking difference. Craig makes this movie. Yeah, Mark Campbell directed the shit out of it, and he gets all the credit. He's amazing. Eva Green is a great. I, I don't want to say damsel in distress. I don't want to say the girl, but she's a great counterpart to 007. Even Lashif, Mads Mikkelsen, is one of the best villains because he's not on top. He's not the head honcho. He's a middleman who fucked up on a gamble. Ironically, in a card game movie. He's fucking great. The atmosphere, the plants, the storytelling, the fear, the sense of helplessness. Even if you're watching this with at least one or many people, the autopsy of Jane Doe delivers. If Amazon could change its name, I'd vote for the autopsy of Jane Doe. It has a great ambiguous opening. and or plot that carries you on to Act 2 of, okay, this is what we have to do. Let's, again, spoilers, let's dig deep further and see what we can find of what killed this girl. Come to find out, she is more than likely a witch, a real witch, if not at least a young girl from the 1600s, cursed with a curse. To anybody who comes in contact with her is going to get fucked up. The atmosphere of one room, one elevator, two hallways, that's all you need, is enough. Kal-El versus Zod going through buildings was a bit much. Yes, I respected that Kal-El broke a neck of one of his own Kryptonians to save a person from his new world. I can get behind that. What I can't get behind is the supernatural element of this witch never letting anybody go other than the fact of, oh, you saw me? You're fucking dead. It's the ring, but a dead bitch on your table. That is way more fucking scary. At least the tape, you can pause it. Yo. Autopsy Jane Doe wins this fucking round. Wins this whole fucking bracket because it is just superb, superb horror, superb tension. It is fantastic. If you have not checked it out, Brian Cox, Emil Hirsch, please check it out. It is fan-fucking-tastic. If you have not watched Underworld, Passion of the Christ, Usual Suspects, fucking Knives Out, Casino Royale, any of these films that I have mentioned, do yourself a favor. Put the kids down early, go watch one of these. You will have a good time. I promise you. I'm here to talk about movies. I'm here to just make people laugh and just be like, hey, movie great? Yeah, the movie is great. That's all I'm here for. I love y'all. I can't wait to the next episode. Before we close.
Hey, real quick though, bud. We're saying that the Autopsy of Jane Doe is better than Casino Royale?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You started talking about Superman again. We weren't talking about Superman. We're talking about Casino Royale. Just making sure.
I know.
Let's do it.
You know what? Don't edit any of that out.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
God, fucking damn it. So, the next, this is why you don't drink while masturbating, kids. Today's winner is Autopsy of Jane Doe because it is just my favorite. It's the one that affected me the most. These other 7 films are amazing, but that one just holds dearest in my heart. But again, be kind to your neighbor, love one another, and just have fun. I feel like if Jesus was alive, he'd be a biker of just like, no, man, I don't want vegetarian. I want steak. All right, Jesus, how about some peanut butter cake? Fuck yeah. He would say that. So cheers. Anyways, I have a whole bucket. I have 2 more over there. Too lazy to go get them. To pull out the next 8 movies for next week's episode. This week was easily the hardest I ever had to do. Ask my producer. I fucked up 3 different times. So, movie number 1 is A24's 2017 film It Comes at Night, starring Joel Edgerton. Very good film. I liked it. Number 2. Oops. This is Spinal Tap. Rest in peace, Rob Reiner. I have watched so many of your films ever since then. Number 3. Yo. L.A. Confidential. One of the best films, in my opinion, ever. Number 4. The Ring. As long as you did not see any scary movie films and you watched this before then, this affected you just like this motherfucker. It hit me. One of the best horror movies of all time. Number 5. Ha! No chance. X-Men Origins Wolverine. I can't wait to rip that piece. To rip that. Yeah, you know what? I'm drunk. Number 6. Ooh, Sing. Matthew McConaughey led voice actor animation movie. A very sweetheart movie. It is very good. Way better than I think people give it credit for. I think it's better than Frozen and Moana. Let's find out next week when I actually do my fucking research. So that is Jesus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more films, folks. Number 7 is So I've smoked weed. My wife has smoked weed. I've done mushrooms. My wife has done mushrooms. The first time we done mushrooms together, I think they were called Twix. Twix something. Basically, mushroom enhanced chocolates. And we split a whole bar. So a bar is 15 pieces. And 5 pieces is equivalent of, I guess, 10 milligrams of weed. So like a slim can of Coke or whatever. So we split that, and we were just going, "Hey, the floor's moving. What do you want to do?" And I said, "I want to know how a woman thinks. Let's watch Barbie." And it was one of the best times I ever had with her and the movie. So I'm so glad I got picked. That's number 7. Lastly is gonna be so far X-Men Origin Wolverines. No chance. LA Confidential. Barbie. It Comes at Night. I love that A24 film. The Ring. Excuse me. Just put this over. Sing. And this is Spinal Tap. Rob Reiner's first. And the 8th film is Disney's original A Goofy movie. Just like last week, I have no idea what's going to win. And I can't wait to discuss it all and see which one comes out on top. So please, I do not want to continue this. Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, movie rating database. I want somebody to put these films together so I can have a legitimate random bracket battle. If not, then hey, so what? And I'll just keep pushing on. But these 8 films, I really want that to happen because these 8 films, they all mean something to me. I'll talk about it next week with Wolverine. But hey, y'all, thank you very, very much for anyone. If you're just one more person who stuck around to the last seconds of this video, I appreciate you. If you haven't already, please very much like and subscribe. More importantly, please add yourself to the Patreon of Ruckus. They are doing amazing things over there. Wrestling, brackets, March Madness, anything you think of sports or just entertainment, they are there for. They are amazing. That's where I get my news feed from. Yeah, I was friends with them before, but I'm telling you, they know what they're talking about. So until then, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.